Marvelous shit.
We're live, by the way.
Scheiße.
All right, here we go. We're gonna get pulled off YouTube now.
Whatever. I fear that we may have deaf a few people though. That's a little louder. That's louder than I intended it to be, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Who's the host tonight?
Kurt.
Who's doing the hosting?
Who's
Okay,
the
Curtis.
host? Well, everybody, welcome to the first Focal Plane podcast, episode 79. All right, insurrectionists, gather round. Let's tell you a story about a boy and his socks.
And the
will be the
Nations.
theme of tonight's show.
and black tar paint.
If only, you know what? Who's got the feathers? Who's got the tar?
That's not what I was talking about, but that's good enough. I can work with that.
Okay, we'll talk later offline about this.
Offline.
Okay.
We were priming ourselves before we came on the air today by watching footage of RCMP horses trampling people, like middle-aged women.
And get people getting smashed in the face with a muzzle of an AR-15.
Yeah.
Please.
That's unsubstantiated.
Unsubstantiated.
If you didn't see it on CBC, it's not true.
Oh, man.
All right, as always, we are brought to you today by EM Precision Rifles in Leduc, Alberta. They have everything you need to compete at the highest level of any long-range precision game of your choice. From a rebarrel to a full-on custom build from scratch, EM Precision guarantees performance. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and on their website at emprifles.ca.
That's Ka.
C.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
EMP Rifles Ka.
No, emprifles.ca.
Yeah.
So we're also in the works. Let's
am I supposed to read one of these?
This thing we're going to be doing here.
Well,
this thing we're going to be doing.
What is this thing we're going to be doing?
Well, you know how we were shilling for that 6.5 Creedmoor that Precision Rifles was.
Yes, buy it through the show. Get
10% off. Is this what we're doing now?
Well, we were, but we can announce it now because we're gonna basically start it in March. So we might as well start building.
Sean's got the insider.
Run the hype train, if you will. So a few shows ago, the last few shows, we've been repping this 6.5 Creedmoor built on a Curtis Custom Hybrid in an MDT XRS chassis with a TriggerTech primary trigger, 26-inch 8-twist OMR Oregon Mountain Rifles, tactical carbon fiber barrel, complete with threaded muzzle and thread protector. And the rifle Cerakoted and comes with a singular 5-round AICS pattern magazine. Well, we decided that we're going to purchase that gun and we're going to give it away to you fine folks. So we haven't got the stickers yet, have we, Chris?
I think that they arrived today, but have not been picked up yet. So
we're going to do a sticker draw and we'll post what's going on with the stickers and all that once we get them in our possession.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. When we were doing this, there's a limited number of stickers available, and when the stickers are gone, they're gone, and the draw happens.
Oh, and I forgot to add, there's also it's not just the rifle. It's going to be topped with MDT Premier rings, I believe, provided by EM Precision Rifles, and Apex Optics is getting in on it with their 4-32 rival.
Yeah, so, this is going to be a complete turnkey ready to solution. Go buy your ammo and start ringing steel.
Yeah, 100%. So
turn bolt. Maybe it's a turn bolt.
It's a turn bolt solution. Yeah. And they're very. This is a what?
I'm sure.
Did we retail this out?
Slept on the edge of town last night.
Am I the only one who cares about
the
this
Holiday
anymore?
Express?
No, we derailed it. Go on, Chris. What's your question?
Fuck around. Did we retail it out? It's close to $5,000 worth of guns, isn't it?
Retail cost is closer to $7,000.
Closer to 7.
Because like the scope's like 2,500 roughly. I think it's 23 and change.
Well, if you had pre-ordered it, it would have been 19.
Yeah, and then the retail cost of the rifle is like $4,000 before theft and shipping. So
that's gonna be a nice rifle, boy.
It's slick, like, and it looks very similar. Here, let me find it.
You have the photos
here because it looks very similar to mine. Like it. Oh wait, that's the background. Do I have it as an overlay? I don't. But
I think I've got the actual photos here. Hold on.
Yeah, well, but I don't think it's on the photos, but or on the overlay. But anyway, it's essentially my gun. So I don't know if you can see it in the background, but it's that XRS chassis with the IBI barrel. But this one has an OMR barrel and then Curtis custom action. So a completely different rifle, but the same.
It's completely different, but the same.
But the aesthetics are very similar, and except the barrel's carbon fiber, and so that's. Oh, you're bringing it up.
So this is it right here.
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah, it's a fucking thing of beauty. I tell you what,
a fucking thing of beauty.
Whoop, I'm going the wrong way here.
That's not it. Yeah.
Hey, come on! I gotta like zip through these.
Peter.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oscar, how many stickers can Oscar get for 22 boxes of 223 and 12 mags?
Oh, you're funny, Oscar.
Oh shit. Anyway.
Oh, and the horse you rode in on, motherfucker.
Yeah, so we're gonna be giving that away. It'll be what, $25 a sticker? I think is what we think that's.
Yeah. Yes.
Is that what it was?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, we're going to be taking it around. We'll have it at various LRSS matches, CRPS matches, PRS matches, gun shows. We're going to the Moose Jaw Gun Show. We're going to the Calgary Gun Show. We're going to be sharing a booth there with Apex and EM Precision.
And dates of those, Sean?
No, off the top of my head, I am not prepared.
Oh, well, I think it was March 5th and 6th, wasn't it, for
Moose Jaw? March 5th and 6th.
And then April 15th, I believe, for the Calgary Gun Show.
There you go.
See, Kurt?
Yeah, that sounds
glasses,
right.
Man, you are right on point. Fucking wear them every
I told you, I slept on the edge of town last night.
Good job, nerd boy.
Anyway, Dan Castillo says pure sexiness.
Can I say this,
thank
though?
you. I appreciate the comment. I've been really working on my appearance, Dan.
I've been working out.
Yeah.
It shows. It really shows, Sean.
Here we go. Oscar.
Provost Gun Show, March 12th and 13th.
March 12th and 13th. Hey, we can maybe make a trip out of it. Anyway.
Hey, Doug will be there.
Unfortunately, I'm just coming back from Florida then, so I can't go, but you guys can go.
There you go.
Right.
Hey, we will have stickers for this draw at the gun shows, but we are also going to be taking them via email, like e-transfer and EMT. So if you wait to the gun show to get your stickers and they get sold out in the meantime, that's a too bad, so sad sort of a situation, because it's not like we're just selling these for like a certain amount of time and then it's done. They're all first come, first serve, and there's a limited number of stickers.
Yeah. Whoa, what just happened there?
I'm not sure.
You're the show now, baby. You got the juice now, Grandpa.
Anyway, well, speaking of juice, if you want to wake up in the morning with some specialty coffee, Bolt Action Coffee Company, for world-class specialty coffee from world-class Canadian Forces veterans, go to boltactioncoffee.com, order up some coffee for any occasion while you're there. Check out their great line of apparel, mugs, stickers, shirts, patches, everything. Helps support a great veteran organization.
Maggots.
That's right. And as well, if you guys order, use code First Focal Point for 10% off your order. Doing so directly supports the show, but not just supporting the show. You're also supporting a great company, a veteran-owned company, who, especially now in the culture we're living in, they need all the help they can get.
And so do we with the coffee.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So boltactioncoffee.com, First Focal Point for 10% off your order. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oscar,
is that my cue? Should I be going now?
You're up next, but let's do Oscar here.
Okay.
Well, let's not do Oscar. He's a very beautiful man. But
let's do Oscar. All three of us at one time, eh?
He's kind of sexy in his own way. Let's not stretch it too much.
I do like his pants.
Hey, before we get to Oscar, James Kopech says their new mugs are great, and he's talking about Bolt Action Coffee.
Bolt Action Coffee.
There you go.
Makes that coffee taste even better.
Can I ask? Just hang on. What is spicy bean juice?
I think it's a Mexican thing.
It's Mexican coffee, spicy bean juice.
But
it's Colombian coffee.
Adding to Oscar's
Where?
comment here, if you come to the Provo Gun Show, you can look through a March scope. But I will also be taking this guy. This is the March High Master, 5 to 42 March High Master with the FMMT reticle, I believe. I believe
so.
Yeah, it's slick. So I'm going to be having this. If you want to use it, we can set up a demo. And this one is for sale. We'll get to that at the end of the show. But because March is also having a sale, but we'll get to that at the end. So,
and if you're in my neck of the woods, Genesis.
So our audio listeners are like, what are these fucking sounds right now?
we need some of those, what do you call it? Lightsaber sounds, whatever.
Are you finally coming around to?
Do we really?
No, I've heard it somewhere before. I've hung around you guys for
get your head out of your ass, you fucking nerd.
Man, I'm trying, you young pricks.
Nerd alert.
Right. Well, tell everybody about the scope so the audio listeners aren't just listening to.
Okay, so the scope, this beautiful mastery of modern technology, machining.
Oh, that was almost alliteration.
Science is the March Genesis 6 to 60 by 56, featuring 114 mils of elevation travel,
which is kind of crazy.
How many minutes is that?
Like, let's just take a moment.
About 300 minutes.
Yeah, let's
300 minutes of built-in elevation adjustment. Holy dog!
And you are always, no matter what elevation you've dialed in, you're always looking through the optical center of this scope. And let me tell you, it does make a huge difference. This sucker is, you know what? I didn't even weigh it. I can't remember what it weighs, but it's, you know what? It's about the same as a Vortex razor.
Really?
Or yes, it's not bad at all.
The razor that you have right behind you?
Yeah, but
this razor.
Hold on. Before you move on, I like having shot a rifle with both of those scopes on it. I would take that March scope over that razor any day of the week.
Well, we can't reveal that just now. Or we just did.
This is going great.
I would though. I would take the March scope over any day of the week.
Listen, these are two amazing pieces of glass.
Yeah, fucking right they are.
Well, the razor was very nice.
Lord.
Yeah.
But they're in completely different leagues, though.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
Yeah.
It's like comparing the March to the razor is kind of like comparing like a 120 like a Bushnell trophy to the razor.
Now this would be more comparative to the Razor Gen 3. This High Master 5 to 42. This would be in the same ball game, whereas the 6 to 60 Genesis is not. So,
and here's my poor old Bushnell. Been through battles.
Nobody cares about him.
It's flogged. You know what? It's built houses. It's pounded 3-inch spikes.
He smells funny. Works. Yeah, he's pounded 3-inch spikes.
And then he nailed it.
Hey, you actually got some. Yeah, there you go. So Dan Castillo thinks that I should not go for the March because it's in Mills. I would just like to say, for the record, this is me and growing and learning and evolving as a human being.
You are making great strides. I'm proud of you, son.
Here's a good word: magnanimous. It has nothing to do with what we just said. I'm using that word completely wrong, but still, it sounds great.
Hey, Chris, we got some more bills to pay.
Oh, is that my turn?
Yeah. It's your turn for the last 10 minutes.
Well, here's the cool part about our show, guys. It's brought to you by Odell Engineering.
It sure is.
And who is Odell Engineering, you may ask? Well, they are the geniuses.
Oh my God.
The magnanimous geniuses.
They're the magnanimous geniuses behind the Canuck line of firearms. Odell Engineering is your premium importer and distributor of some of Canada's top firearms, including Bergara, Rock Island Armory, Mission First Tactical, Hyperfire, and of course, the made for Canada Canuck firearms. You can find their products and a dealer carrying their products at www.odellengineeringltd.com, on Facebook at Odell Engineering Ltd. period, or just walk into your local gun store and tell them Phil sent you. And they'll know, because if they don't, they're not a real gun store.
And
they're
they were
front
the
for the
first.
RCMP, and you should leave as quickly as possible.
Well, did you notice how Springfield came out with the SA35 high power, and then FN brought out their version of the high power back?
Are you like gossiping now?
I'm totally gossiping. Well, do you know who brought it back first?
Yeah,
Canuck and Odell Engineering. They don't have it anymore, but I'm just shout out to those guys. They were forward thinkers. Phil, Ben, Nikki, not so much, but just kidding.
And you're off another Christmas card list.
Yeah, that's right.
Can we take a moment and just appreciate what Jamie Barkwell's handle is on tonight's show?
Yeah. I'm Kurt Rouse, and I endorse this message.
Good for you. I think you should drink before every show, Kurt. You're like star of the show right now.
Wait till we get to the 87-minute mark of the show, and he'll be
If I ever told you guys I love you guys.
If you start drooling, then we'll just mute your camera or something like that.
Oh, for the love of Pete.
Okay, one more, and we'll get into the topic here.
Listen,
okay.
We've got some, we've shown some great optics here. We have another, I wish I could show you, but unfortunately shipping being the way it is, we don't have one in hand. However, Apex Optics, designed in Canada, built in Japan, made with premium ED glass and the best optical system money can buy. The rival 44 to 32 competition rifle scope features super positive clicks, a 2-turn indicator, 0 stop, and one of the most thoroughly thought out reticles in the industry. And that is no joke, folks. When you buy Apex, precision comes standard. Find them at apexoptics.co. I believe we have a picture there somewhere as well.
That spells co.
Yes, right.
The picture is our background. Ka. So in order to see the picture,
you see one of the most attractive parts of that scope, anyways, the highlight, the burnt bronze.
Yeah, burnt bronze. Yeah. Sexy as shit. Well, you know what's not sexy? Being trampled by a horse in Ottawa.
You know,
holy fuck.
Yeah.
What is happening, guys?
Well, what's happening is that our prime minister has enacted martial law essentially in our country, very questionably, I think. And
but more importantly, who are the people carrying out this shit?
Just doing their jobs, Kurt.
Yeah, and where have we heard that before?
Yeah, we've heard that a few times in history.
Hey, Scotty, welcome.
I got some
comments here, I'm sure.
I don't understand. Like, obviously, they. In their minds, they'll have a reason, right? They were trying to push the protesters back, I imagine, or were trying to gain ground on the protesters in some fashion. But
for sure, by force.
I'm not sure that's how you do it. I mean, they just ran over them. They didn't bump them backwards. No. They literally just ran over them. The video we were watching, the middle-aged lady that got trampled, she got hit from behind. She wasn't even facing them.
Let me see if I can pull it up. See if it's
it's a bit of an odd state of affairs right now, and
it's just unreal that
it's going. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
So
we'll do this, and we'll go.
We're going to get in trouble for saying this, guys, but the reality is that there have been much more violent protests in the last 2 years. In Ottawa, and this is the one that apparently we have to trample people with horses. Like, I don't understand.
Okay, this was before noon today, I believe. So I got their Clydesdales. Those aren't Clydesdales, but look at this.
Look at what we're watching is the horses are kind of I guess not quite not facing, but like kind of like facing sideways and just plows into the. I thought there was a lady, but it looks that time it looked more like a dude.
What is this, fucking Spain? Come on,
Spain.
Unreal. Like,
well, the horses are probably from Spain.
Belgium.
I just don't get it. Like, you're clearing the people out. I get that.
Oh no! Look at this.
What?
Andrew Lawton got pepper sprayed.
Andrew Lawton got pepper sprayed.
He's a journalist.
I know. Yeah.
He got pepper sprayed. Police just pepper sprayed me 3 hours ago. I was several feet away from their front line and had obeyed every order and moved back.
Isn't he?
Here we go.
He's Rebel, isn't he? Rebel News?
No, he's True North.
Was he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
He's the one who did that that documentary. What's it called? Oh God! Look up Tracy Wilson's page, and she's got a chart on there. But then there's this. So keep your eye on this. So here's another version of violence. So keep an eye on the guy, whoever it is with the backpack.
Yeah, they take him behind the line. The guy with the Carhartt pants there. And
then there's this guy here trying to calm everyone down. Like, get back. Like, what are you doing? And then watch. So
you're looking
this
in the
guy
background.
behind.
Yeah, look in the back.
Right here. Watch this guy with the AR. Boom. 1, 2. Look at him shoving the muzzle in his face.
That's a pretty dangerous way to hit somebody with a gun.
Was his finger on the trigger? Was the safety on? Like,
was it? What was it even loaded? I don't know. Who knows?
It's just
impossible.
It's unreal. And
so assault weapons in our hands.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a patrol carbine. He's patrol. He's on patrol.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
He's on patrol.
I completely missed that distinction. Right.
Yeah. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but I really. Here's the thing, guys. I've seen, or I've felt a bit of a shift. Even people that even a year ago were still in favor of what this government was doing. I am seeing some of those people very much not in favor.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's enough of a shift to change government, but I'm starting to feel the shift. You know what I mean?
Okay, so consider that shift. Some people are waking up a little bit. They're seeing what's going on here. They're going, "Hey, fuck me. You know what? Maybe this isn't right." Think about the people that are still steadfast on that side of things. How fucking like I hate to use this word because it's been overused and almost to the point of meaningless, but radical. How fucking radical they are in their viewpoints.
Well, I'm not even sure that their viewpoints have to be radical. I think a lot of them are radical, but I think that all it has to be is unthinking ideology. They're so just decided to follow
from it, right?
Yeah, they're exactly.
So separated from the whole thing. They see it from their fucking couches, and they're cheering like they're watching some fucking movie.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, and it's very easy to dehumanize other people, and this is part of the problem. Like we can't pretend. If we're just talking about like the left versus the right, the eternal struggle, we can't pretend that the right hasn't been authoritarian in our past.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's towards minorities of all kinds, towards all like social conservatism is authoritarian by the most part,
for sure.
But that's not
how long
really
ago was that. And how much has the whole political landscape changed now?
That's what I'm thinking. Like that's not Canadian conservatism anymore.
It's not.
It's obviously still a segment of Canadian conservatism. There are.
It's a book in the back corner on that fucking dusty old shelf.
Well, we can't pretend that there aren't still active MPs that hold, socially conservative values. I mean, Leslyn Lewis and Sloan, and I'm not calling them extremists or anything like that. I'm just saying that there are still active MPs that have socially conservative values, but the Conservative Party itself does not. And the Conservative Party as it exists today, or I should not forget the party because they don't even fucking matter. I don't even want to talk about them. I think conservatism in Canada, you, me, Sean, the average Joe fucking schmo who's not bought into the liberal ideology, but works for a living and feeds his family and keeps a roof over their heads and does their thing is not in line with the authoritarian right.
Well, who think deep into your circle of people
Yeah.
Who fits that description? Who
of authoritarian right?
Old-timey beliefs, yeah.
Man, all three of us know some pretty hard right-wingers, but they're not old-timey right.
No.
I mean, maybe a little, lacking in tact here or there, or social grace and everything else.
Social grace, right? Yeah.
But that's not the same thing.
It's not.
And they're not trying to actively oppress.
No, but
other
This
people.
is what happens
But
when
that is happening on the left, and that's my point.
Yeah.
Is the left has become authoritarian.
You fucking
where
right.
and I think that the left has become authoritarian because the right stopped being like, is that really how this has to work? That like somebody always has to turn authoritarian? Like it's wouldn't it be nice if we could just
that pendulum never comes to fucking center. That's something.
It seems that way, doesn't it?
No, that's exactly what it is.
Especially nowadays,
struggle for power. That pendulum is always moving. It never settles in the center because that's not good enough for most people. Oh yeah, you did this? Fuck you. I'm gonna go just as far the other way, just to fuck you.
Well, Kurt, you've said this on air in the past.
Oh boy.
I think everything leading up to this is because people Trudeau did this because he doesn't understand conflict. He doesn't understand.
No, he understands my way.
Well, and that's it. And he went to this full extreme measure because he's authoritarian, but the people who support him don't know what it's like to be oppressed. They don't know what it's like to know, what hardship is.
That's it, Sean, right there.
That's exactly it. And it's even the protesters. There were bouncy castles, groups of kids building Lego, dancers and DJs. And yeah, there were a few bad apples. There's bound to be a few bad apples whenever you get 150,000, 20,000, 10,000 people together.
And I'm sure that fireworks and truck horns were
for sure.
Were irritating.
One of them pissed on the war memorial, and one of them parked on the.
So
pissed on, I thought danced on.
This is now our idea of hardship. Is I'm not getting any sleep because these people are here fighting for the freedom of the entire country, but these people are disrupting me, inconveniencing my life. That is the picture, the sense of hardship that we have now, because we have it so fucking good. Now, hardship is not being able to get to fucking Tim Hortons in time and encountering a lineup 10 deep. That's hardship.
In Ontario, it's Starbucks, Chris. Or Kurt.
Whatever the fuck.
Anyway, Russ has a very valid point. Nobody agrees to disagree anymore. Yeah, it's always tribes. You're either with us or you're against us, and only the fifth deals.
We're going to attempt to fucking crush you.
Well, I'll be honest though. You're either with us or you're against us. Unfortunately, that started as an American ideal that has bled into Canada, and it started as an American ideal that started shortly after September of 2001. And the first time that it's not the first time that
before that, Chris, that was
was
just a spark.
But it was what's his name? Fucking Bush Jr. On national television, George W. saying literally, you are with us or you're against us. We're going in.
That was a bit of a different context, though.
It was a different context, but that's where it started. And the problem is like that switch got turned on.
It carried through.
And that switch never got turned off. And it carried through to across party lines. And now and let's face it, it's in the right and it's in the left.
Absolutely.
Oscar makes a good point. Oscar says authoritarians are not left or right. They are attracted to power, and when the right is in power, they pretend to be right, and vice versa. And I think that unfortunately, I think that will probably continue until we as citizens become more involved in in political life. We pretend that politics don't matter. And because we pretended that politics didn't matter and became so apathetic for so many years, now the government is doing shit, and now all of a sudden it does matter, and we're all surprised when it happens, But I have to, I think Oscar's kind of talking to the point that I had made earlier that, currently conservatism in Canada, by and large, is not preaching authoritarianism right now, and I really hope
too, plus the pendulum thing. He's saying is it doesn't matter whether it's swung to the right or the left. It's the fact that people crave power, and people that I laugh every goddamn time I hear equality or equity. Right? It's such fucking bullshit.
Well, they're two different things.
Nobody wants that. Hey.
They're two different things, equality and equity.
either or.
Yeah.
Equality can be different than power, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Everybody wants the other side to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
We don't want to agree to disagree.
You don't want to listen and hear their side.
Right.
Nobody's willing to listen anymore.
That's right.
Well, and unfortunately, that's happening. That is happening on both sides, and I don't think the politicians ever really listen to each other insofar as the public cause them to listen. Yeah. I think that by and large, a lot of this
parliamentary session and see how much.
Just watch Q&A in the House, right?
Right.
Yeah, question period. Yeah.
Right.
But I think that it's gone so far as it has because of us. I think we're the problem.
How so?
We accept it. We accept it.
Absolutely. We're that typical complacent Canadian. Well, it could always be worse.
Well, yeah. And right. Oh my God, I get so whenever somebody says that now, it could be worse.
Yeah.
Or even
Guess
worse,
what?
It's not
incrementally, it has gotten there. And we're
like you're a fucking lobster in a fucking boiling pot of water right now, and you don't even realize it. But sorry, I've forgotten my original point now.
Sorry,
but that's okay. We got sidetracked, and that's okay.
It's just amazing where
I don't know what the answer is. I think that I think it's going to continue until Canadians start, and I don't mean
what's it going to take.
Conservative Canadians. I think all Canadians need to start demanding more from their government.
Our friend Wade Gilbertson from Shelbrooke, Saskatchewan. What are suggestions we have to change?
I think we have to take a more active role.
Crush the left.
Wow.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
I think we all have to take a more active role in politics.
You know what? I think, and it's going to come to this. I'm convinced that we are going to see some serious hardship. And once people start seeing that, then they're going to start to come together, close in on that middle ground, and start to talk to each other and go, holy fuck, you know what? Maybe this isn't as
and it
good
might
as
take somebody actually losing their life.
It's going to be a long,
watching these fucking
road,
horses trample these people. That could happen.
Or shoving a barrel of military. What's the style with the grenade with the lug on the I can't remember.
That was a flashlight
barrel. But flashlight. But then the type of barrel, the profile of barrel, just ramming that in that fucker's face. It's
talking about the bird cage.
No, the profile of the barrel, Chris. Anyway,
okay.
I can't remember. It's a military profile, so you can attach a bayonet to it. But anyway, it's
I see what you're saying.
It's just unreal. So somebody's gonna die, and it's gonna polarize either the right or the left, and it's gonna be a problem, and even more so than it is. Like,
fuck off, Scott.
Find me that bargain.
Okay, listen.
Now that's
listen
first world problems, right?
Russ Nodder. I was amazed the media completely ignored the RCMP disabling the excavators on private property in Alberta.
Not just that, but
amazed, really? Like for what we've seen for the past decade at least, you're really amazed, and that's part of the problem. People still put faith in the establishment media, and
that's a
we've got to get the fuck away from that.
And by the way, it's not just
look for the truth instead of just digesting what you're fed.
And it's not just defund CBC. It's hold Rebel News accountable too. Because let's be honest,
all of them.
Rebel News is just the anti-CBC.
That's right. That's right. They get a little bit far right as well.
Yeah. But they also they don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. And that's the problem with journalism today. They don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. And their intention is to tell a story, not to report the truth.
Right. So what's our biggest, most egregious example of that in recent years? Nova Scotia.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
What a fun. Well, and right now.
What kind of, where do you have to be on the what do I want to say, the integrity scale to act like the media did with that, and act like the government did with that scenario, that situation?
Yeah.
And they use that to go ahead with that OIC, and it all it was it was a campaign. It was a plea to the public. Like, look at this. Look at what guns do in this country. Like, we have a serious problem. Like, fuck off. You know what? You sons of bitches, you knew about that prick. You should have fucking done something about that, but that's totally whitewashed. And it's guns and people with guns that are the problem here.
Well, the reality is
wacko.
The reality is that Nova Scotia happened because of a failure of our intelligence community and our enforcement.
I gotta have some tobacco. This is getting fucking stressful.
I know. I need a cigarette real quick.
You guys better start laughing or you're going to start crying on fucking national podcast.
Take my hat off. My head's about to fucking explode.
Nancy, where's my puffer?
But like, so what's it going to take to unite this country? Valid question.
You know what? Honestly, I believe like we're so divided. Yeah. It is going to take true hardship across the spectrum. Like true,
we're on the way. Inflation's at 5.5%.
We're on a fucking crazy carpet.
Didn't it hit 7%?
We're 2/3 the way down the fucking hill, dude.
December or January, it hit 7% for that month or something like that.
Yeah. Here we go.
You know, there's so the question is, you're asking, okay, what's going to bring unity? I don't like everybody. So here's a good comment. So Oscar says, I truly believe the government wants a civil war and they want a reason to justify true martial law. They've been ramping up the pressure for 2 years trying to force it. Here's what I think about that. I think that I think I've said this on the air before. If I haven't, I've said it in private. Justin Trudeau is not a true believer. No. He's not a true believer in anything. He's not a true believer in gun control. He's not a true believer in drink box, water bottle sort of things. He's not a true believer in climate change. Justin Trudeau is
his fucking ladder climbing.
He is a power monger. He grew up in a powerful family, and he grew up with a truthfully a narcissistic father. I mean, his dad 100%. Very clearly had a narcissistic personality disorder, and so does he. And most politicians do, I think.
Yep.
Superiority complex at the very least.
Sure. But the point is that he is a power monger, not a true believer. He will manipulate and play any position that will give him more power. And here's the reality. He went from a very popular majority government, and in a very short period of time, one term, he went to relatively unpopular, and he lost his majority government. Luckily for him, 5 months later, he found a reason to turn his minority government into a powerful government. And that was the emergency that he needed. Because if you guys remember, from October of 2019 until March of 2020, the Liberal government was they were quiet. Yeah, there was not a lot of hubbub. There was not a lot of ruckus because they were being held accountable. And that entire time, he was just looking for a way back to power, and he got it.
For sure.
And he exploited
now the rotten kid is out of the daycare.
Absolutely. And nobody can say that he didn't exploit the shit out of that. And by the way, exploit it very well for him and his ilk. Okay.
I truly believe he had some help.
Oh, for sure he did.
There's a difference.
He's had lots of help.
There's a difference between intelligence and cunning.
Why do you think Jerry Butts went to the private sector?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah,
Jerry Butts was the true leader of those years that that they were silent, and now he's in the private sector. Same with Morneau. Morneau went to the private sector.
Yeah, that's right.
And like all of these guys have just fallen off the map because they're recusing themselves from any wrongdoing. Right.
Yeah. So I think where we're at now, the pandemic is ending. If the pandemic ends and life actually does go back to normal, then he goes back to a minority government.
Right.
And he is not ready to accept that. And so I think that what we're experiencing right now with the trucker convoy, which he caused because provincially everybody is seeing the light and realizing that the pandemic is over, and he's the hang on.
But the fucking ego will not let him go and address those people, talk to those people, negotiate anything else. No, it's my way.
And he doesn't believe in the pandemic. He doesn't believe that. He knows that it's not dangerous.
It's
knows been a power grab from the day one.
He knows damn well what it does for him, and he's not willing to let go of that.
That's
and why would you if you have a fucking psychotic mind?
And people with power don't like to give up power. No. And it doesn't matter what side you're on.
So long story short, I don't know if I agree with Oscar that he wants a civil war. I think what he wants is any reason to justify more power. Right now,
that's the thing.
That means martial law. That means the War Measures Act. I'm sorry, the Emergencies Act.
I think it doesn't matter what form it comes in, just as long as it results in him reigning.
Right. And I think that that's going to continue until there's either another election, or until and this is the other thing that's very real right now. There's a very, I think, legitimate possibility that Ukraine is Poland. It's World War III's Poland. That is very potential.
Absolutely. Now, what's going to happen is Russia going to go into Poland with a few guys, and get a few Russians shot.
In the UK, Ukraine.
Sorry.
Yeah,
that's what I meant. You're with me.
Sorry. The modern day Poland.
Yeah. and have a few people shot, and they attacked us.
Of course,
we have justification.
Yeah. Well, you have to play the victim
scenario here.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Like if they're counting on Canadians getting unruly and violent, now they have that switch to get violent back.
And if they won't get violent,
justified,
then they will fabricate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They've tried a couple of times. I'm convinced.
Oh wait, that's speculation. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet.
It is. Okay, so
now
you're as accurate as any of the media out there, Sean.
Okay. So wait, when do I get paid $600 million?
We're working on it. We are working on it. Trust me.
Yeah. So I mean, this leads to the next comment that I'm seeing here. Chris W says only an external threat can unite us, in his opinion. I don't know if it's going to have to be an external threat, but I'll tell you, I think an external threat would do it in a hurry.
Like that.
And
I agree 100%.
That's a pretty goddamn big price to pay, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. And there's going to be
it's not out of the realm of possibility.
But guys,
it happened in 01.
Think about it. Put liberals in the trenches with like a good old Alberta rig pig, with a French Montreal Quebecer. Put them shoulder to shoulder and start shooting back.
So a liberal
united real fucking quick.
A Quebecois and an oil and a driller
walk into a bar.
in Kiev, they walk into a bar in Kiev.
Have you guys noticed that the CBC seems to think that Kiev is pronounced Kiev?
No,
by my buddy Wingnut. Let's fucking go. You all learned to drive them trucks yet?
Yeah.
Thanks, Nut.
Wingnut, I'm a step ahead of you, pal. I mean, shit. I don't know.
So here's another good point. We're kind of bouncing all around because I'm trying to follow comments now. But Russ Nodder, watch safety committee meeting. All top cops say they don't want a gun buyback. Could hear Wendy and Polly Lady's head exploding. And cops haven't been calling for any of this since the beginning. Unless you're talking about RCMP brass, they seem to be the only people calling.
Well, they have to justify their budgets, right? So,
case in point. Right?
Oh, did I say that out loud? Sorry.
Yeah. Oh man, did you guys apparently? Was it Joe Rogan? I think. Somebody else. Somebody was telling me it's a show that I don't watch, so I didn't see it. Somebody was telling me some big American dude was talking about Justin Trudeau the other week and saying how he is definitely not Castro's son, and how dare you insinuate that he is.
Who the fuck was that?
Ben Shapiro.
Was that Ben Shapiro? Yeah, that was Ben Shapiro. That's right.
Wait,
yeah.
He was honestly
was that you that was telling me that, Sean? No, he was being facetious.
No, he was obviously
fuck. I was
like Castro is definitely not Trudeau's dad. Definitely.
Yeah.
But
you're right.
Yeah, that was you telling me that, wasn't it, Sean?
I think so. Something like
Yeah,
that.
but he was like, just because his mom was there, like approximately 9 months, she was in Cuba 9 months
and spent
before
3
his
months
birth,
there, and
was a known swinger.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything. How dare you people?
Who's on record of having an affair with
I
Mick
love
Jagger.
Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's Russ.
Stephen
Crowder
Crowder was
comment.
too. Mike India Kilo says.
Stephen
God.
Crowder, yeah. Anyway, crazy.
I do think it's
Crowder,
very
good old
interesting that the only other prime minister in outside of the 2 world wars to enact the War Measures Act, they were both Trudeau's.
Yeah. Okay, good. Because they PET.
But the FLQ was
during
like
FLQ.
that was kind of a thing. So I mean,
It's a
maybe
different fucking
Papa
deal,
was
dude.
justified, but
but NP, they were kidnapping people. But then there's also a confirmed ex-RCMP officer who did ops for the RCMP as a false flag with the FLQ, that he's on record saying this isn't the worst thing I've done for the RCMP. So it's anyway.
This is a nice so this is pumping my tires a little bit, except for the name. The practical crackhead Jamie Barkwell says that I'm smart.
Coming from the practical crackhead, that's saying something.
Yeah, it is. I feel smart like truck.
SMRT.
SMRT. I mean SMART. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
So that was a bit of a rant, but boy, we kind of went on that hard.
We did a half-hour fucking rant there, and
where's this going, boys?
I feel better.
Well, you know, a couple of people have. I think it's good that we got the rant out, but a couple of people have kind of asked the question, like,
"Are we getting shut down?
How do we fix it?
Yes.
And are we getting shut down?"
Yes.
I don't think we're getting shut down, but I think the RCMP is going to be following the 3 of our lives much closer.
Oh, we're already on a list.
I would like to say RCMP. I know you're listening. Thank you very much. You guys, you help the algorithm, and you guys are awesome. You're great people, and this is all for entertainment purposes.
Is listening as well, because we always get that one download from the same county at the Kremlin that the Kremlin's in. It just so happens
we get one download from Moscow, every episode,
and that's our only views out of Russia. So,
hey,
only downloads out of Russia.
Hey Putin, I know you're listening.
That's right.
You want to do some judo or what?
You know how big? But do you know how big? Like, guys, do you know how big we are in Ukraine, Estonia, Latvia, like that, like all the former USSR territories?
Well, I'll tell you this:
thousands of downloads an episode from that combined area. It's unreal.
To anybody who is listening in the Ukraine, like that is a shit sandwich of a situation. I can only imagine if people were going to like the threat of people coming to my home, military coming. Like this is the thing in North America, we don't have to worry about that shit. We never have. Even during World War II, nobody made landfall in North America. But like to actually live in a country, you have to worry about that. And Ukraine's not the only one, but I mean, just it's a fucking crazy thing to think about all the way over here.
I know a fella that came from that part of the world, and I have it on good authority that there are a lot of people in Ukraine that do feel that they do belong to Mother Russia.
Yep.
So there's a whole bunch of conflict.
They do seem divided.
Itself.
Yeah.
They are for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. It's like almost like some of the Quebecois in this country here, right? They believe that they are part of something else or part of their own thing, and the rest of the country is separate from that. So how do you resolve something like that?
So in efforts of OPSEC here. We're not going to name the name, but my brother was in Kiev. He got home a week ago. Mike India Kilo Echo. My brother was in Kiev. He got home a week ago. So there's
Scott. Sorry.
I think there's.
You think there's Varget in Ukraine?
762 by 39 with Varget. Or served by 54R. Yeah, is that loaded with Varget?
We'll ask some of our Ukrainian listeners. Anybody in Ukraine, if you have any Varget powder, Kurt's like dancing it around his microphone.
You shouldn't show that on air. Scott might show up to your house.
You're getting broken into, brother.
Hey, you know what? I'll house Scotty for an evening.
any of our listeners in the Ukraine,
fuck out without my Varget.
If there is any Varget in any of your stores right now, please send an email to info@ffpp.ca. We'll hook you up. Is it Scotty that wanted that? It was Chichel that wanted that?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, we'll hook you up with Scotty. He'll buy it at a premium. Everybody's overpaying for Varget here. So,
right.
If you got any, hit us up.
Did you see that H1000 at the auction? Went for like $864 for 2 pounds?
Fucking
or was it 4 pounds?
It was
Kurt bought it. That's what he's going to get.
it was wasn't it 4 1-pound containers, but one of them wasn't full?
Oh.
Hey, Scotty.
I've got a
bugging me about just 1 8-pounder.
I want to play a clip of 7 right now. What's in the box?
No, not for sale. I still want to shoot.
Okay, I have to address this. Wade Gilbertson says, "What about dissolving government?" Whoo boy, that's a lot of hardship.
Couldn't the Governor General do that though?
I think the Governor General can dissolve government for the purposes of calling another election.
Yes.
I don't know if that's what Wade's getting at or not, but that's the thing. We get so frustrated sometimes. We're just like, fuck it, just take him down by force. Reality, boy. Like the reality of that sort of stuff is not what we want it to be, man. That's going down. And like the reality is that sort of shit hits the fan. It's not like the Fallout games.
No.
I've got a couple of students that have come from Eastern Bloc countries, some of them as refugees, and I know both
our buddy Jens stood in a bread line when he was 3.
Yeah, man, that's and he had a government. He just had the wrong one. Right? The reality is a lot of that stuff. It's a lot. We better be fucking ready for some hardship, and a lot of us are gonna die, man. And I don't know if I'm ready for that. Like, it's dysfunctional.
Nobody's going to be ready for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what my line would be. Yeah,
fat mess. They come marching into here. I'm going to be the first to fucking go.
I truly don't know what my line would be. I don't know what my line in the sand is. It's very apparent that we have a corrupt government, but we also have an opposition. Are they in a little bit of trouble right now?
Yeah. Absolutely. So where the hell are they? That's been my question for so fucking long, especially in a minority government. Where the hell are they? And they've got to they've got to be more effective than they have been. But the thing is, I think they're so fractured right now that they can't come together to bring a common front to any dispute at all from the minority government in power.
Yeah, but this is the thing. It's not going our way right now.
No,
that doesn't mean that the whole system is broken. Because if we remember back to the mid 2000s,
our system is not
when Stéphane Dion was the leader of the Liberal Party, and he was doing those interviews with an empty bookshelf in the back with like a fucking Dr. Seuss book behind him.
Yes,
we were pretty goddamn happy then.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Relatively speaking, Chris.
Well, and I have to. You're right. I mean, Harper, by all accounts, like he believed in some social conservative things, which I believe are authoritarian, but generally speaking, he was not an authoritarian. Not like Justin Trudeau is. So I understand that his government was very different.
Right. So Chrétien was special. Trudeau's father was the next closest thing to what we've been seeing now.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like this, though.
I haven't seen anything like this in Canada. I'm not aware of anything like this ever happening in Canada.
No.
Like where it's so blatant that our prime minister doesn't have the whole country's interests at heart.
Say that again.
Where it's so blatant that the prime minister doesn't have the whole country's interests at heart.
Well,
old Trudeau was pretty.
His father was there.
Out there.
Yeah, his father was there, but his father also
there Fuck you, Western Canada.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But how can you forget that?
He's also I get that, but he's also the guy who changed the constitution to please the provinces, and actually wrote a constitution that his son is trampling all over now. Like I don't think we can pretend that Trudeau Senior was the power monger. Yes, narcissist. Yes, but I think his son's a whole other level.
He is, but we've allowed him to get there.
Yeah. Is it his son? That's why I say it's our fault.
Pulling the strings, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's our goddamn fault.
And you know what? No matter what you think about this convoy, protest, rally, whatever, and yes, things could be done different and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of people saying that this isn't the way, but you know what? It's getting some fucking attention. It is. It's just like a kid. Any attention, even bad attention, is attention, and that's what this country needs right now. Is some revealing what the hell is going on here, right? And maybe it isn't the way, but it's opening some eyes and it's revealing some shit that
you're talking about the convoy now.
I am, yeah. Who knows what the right way is. And yeah, I think this could have been done a little bit differently.
A little bit.
How else other than pain, discontent, inconvenience, how else is that message going to get out there? How else are we going to get a bunch of people to unite, get together and say, hey, fuck, you know what? Enough is enough. We're heading in the wrong direction here. We need to get back on track. Who's with me?
But at the same time, are we willing to give an inch? I don't think we are.
You know what? I dare say that if fucking Pretty Socks had to come out and started negotiating, had to started talking to people, this would have been a whole different story at fucking day 22.
I agree. And I do think totally the prime minister has responsibility to be the one who extends the olive branch. He is the prime minister after all.
He doesn't have one.
But true. And he doesn't have one because he doesn't want one. But just as at a citizen level, are we willing?
Why have we bent the way we've bent right now?
Well, and that's the problem.
We're bent over fucking backwards, Chris.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you at all.
So if we're willing to bend that way, why can we not bend back the other?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I'm not saying that we should be giving an inch at the moment.
I know where you live.
I think that I do agree with you that we're bent over so far right now backwards that we're in danger of smacking our head on the back of the ground.
We are. I think we've done it. That's
I agree.
The reason
I
we're
agree
in
with
the situation we're in, because we have concussions, collective concussions.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that really. Yeah. But as we push back, I think that we're in great danger of not remembering that, if we push back to neutral, instead of pushing back beyond the line.
Yeah. So we've been conditioned so much through so many decades that we talked about it earlier that well, it could be worse. We come back that little bit, that incremental tiny bit, and we go, holy fuck. Well, you know what? That's progress. That's pretty good. Geez, that's
holy fuck, guys.
I'm okay.
Do you guys know who Candace Owens is?
Oh yes,
I've heard the name.
Absolutely.
Who is she? The black lady who is very right leaning in the States.
Where is neutral? Exactly, Oscar.
Okay.
She says, "Stop talking about Russia. Send American troops to Canada to deal with the tyrannical reign of Justin Trudeau."
Amen, sister.
He has fundamentally declared himself dictator and is waging war on innocent Canadian protesters and those who've supported them financially.
Is she a Republican?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. You know that the media has lied about this. I know this is no big surprise, but the media has lied about this majority funding, about the funding coming from the U.S. For the Give, Send, Go for the truckers. So apparently the reality is that the majority of voters, if one, or sorry, of donators, if one, you just count the number of donators, something like 52% of them are American. However, the Canadian donors are donating much more than the American donors, and more than is like 56 or 57%.
The average trucking company donated $50,000. That was the amount.
Yeah, but the media keeps saying that this is a foreign-funded venture.
It is a campaign. They are doing everything they can think of to discredit this entire movement.
But here's the horse shit about the whole goddamn thing. Over $600 million over the last decade has been donated from American interests to climate change initiatives and climate change advocacy in Canada.
Brother.
Wow.
So why is that okay?
A rebel reporter.
American individuals donating to the trucker convoy isn't okay.
It's selective narrative. It's exactly what it is.
Exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Like, open your fucking eyes. And I'm talking to you.
Rebel reporter Keenan Bexley
says, call everyone sheeple.
Yes. Sorry, Sean. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. The Rebel reporter Keenan Bexley on Twitter says, hey, Justin Trudeau, did your stormtroopers kill that woman whose neck they trampled? I'm hearing reports she's in the hospital dying right now. I'm calling them to check.
That's insane.
If they killed her,
you're calling Keenan right now.
I can't believe they're trampling people with horses. Whatever happened to the good old fucking pepper spray and plastic shields?
Mm-hmm.
I need to trample people with horses. This isn't 1918. You know,
well, and horses no less. I mean, it's like 1818.
Well, no, believe it or not, most of the German cavalry was actually cavalry on horseback. Believe it or not. So
in World War I, you mean?
World War II, son.
1940.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Well, you were saying 1918, so that was the end of two, or one rather. Sorry.
The last cavalry charge was in the 30s. Anyway,
we got to get through some. Oh no, the last cavalry charge was a bunch of Americans in 2012, wasn't it? Didn't Thor make a movie about that?
I think that was highly dramatized.
Okay. Yeah, but they were on horseback.
Wait, Thor rode a horse into war? I thought historically he rode a chariot pulled by goats.
It was Chris Hemsworth.
Hey,
and roosters.
Weapons are part of my religion, son.
It's past Grandpa's bedtime.
That whiskey hit him a little early here.
Okay, let's get through some comments here. So Oscar says, this is the problem. People who can see where this will lead don't want to take it there. So those who can't see it get to keep driving the bus. That's a very interesting comment.
Yeah,
like talk about a catch-22, hey?
Yeah.
So another comment here.
Oh, wait, before you bring it up, I was mistaken. Oscar has corrected me. Bexley is no longer a rebel reporter. He is an independent.
Oh. Regardless, he's still in that same frame.
Same difference.
Yeah.
So Oscar also says Pierre Elliott Trudeau walked away from the Constitution talks in the provinces. He wouldn't give him his way. It took court orders to get him to deal with the provinces on it. Don't give him any credit for it. Okay, good point. I wasn't aware that it took court orders to make that amendment in the Constitution.
It got kind of nasty, and you know what?
I knew that the provinces had refused to sign until they put, what was it, Section 1?
So I want to kind of address this. I've talked about this before that. Anybody that actually has any fucking balls in this country anymore are long dead. Those old timers.
Well, hold on. I got balls.
Listen,
I got two of them.
You shut your bitch mouth.
1, 2, and 3. They're all there. Yep.
And back to the hardship thing. Those old folks knew some fucking hardship. We have no concept.
Oh, none.
The only people that know hardship in this country anymore are the people that came from truly shitty places to this country. And you don't hear them squawking because when they squawk back home, they get fucking crushed.
They get a Makarov to the back of their head.
The worst hardship that we've endured was listening to our parents bitch and complain about their 20% interest rate on their mortgage in the 80s.
Exactly, back in the 80s. Exactly.
And you want to talk about first world problems. Oh, the home that I own is too expensive.
Oh, yeah. I've only got 2x4 walls instead of 2x6. My windows leak. Fucking life sucks.
Have you been to my house? You
Nah,
just named
well,
every problem.
You know where I live, pal.
You have a nice house, though. I like your house.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah, it's got
I like my house too.
It's cozy.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm not even being
share it with the fucking greatest woman on the planet.
Second greatest. I share my home with the greatest.
You shut your mouth.
We'll fight about it. Who's got the greater wife? Okay, anyway. You gonna hit me with the butt end to your rifle? Why don't you do it like the RCMP and go muzzle first, you coward?
Wait a second here.
Steve Emblin says, easy, Kurt, your pacemaker won't handle the stress.
I thought we had a loyal fan base here.
Speaking of loyal fan bases, we have a Russian.
Hey!
Dobre utro.
Does anybody...
Nostrovia.
Can anyone read Cyrillic letters? Because I can't.
Well, I bet you Vanya can.
Is Vanya joining us tonight, though?
We appreciate having you here, Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy. Have you ever met a Russian named Jeremy?
Jeremy.
This is our Chinese friend Todd. Yeah,
Jeremy Baramyski.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's Vlad. You know that's Vlad, right?
Is that Vlad?
Yeah,
it is.
Kodiak Vlad?
What do you think he does in the evenings? Come on.
Drink heavily? I don't know.
If it was Vlad.
It would be.
That big Shrek looking motherfucker.
Anyway. Oscar's on a roll tonight. I'm just digging up all of his comments, but he says the fact that truckers raise more money in a week than any political party has ever raised in 3 months shows how many people are upset. Yeah, definitely.
Precisely.
But here's an interesting thought. What if all of that money went into a lawsuit instead of gasoline or petrol or whatever, diesel fuel?
What lawsuit?
A lawsuit, the one that doesn't exist right now because there's no money for it. Because it almost seems like that's the only way you're going to get anywhere with this cunt.
Right. So look.
Did I say that word?
Look at the people.
What, cunt?
Yes. Yeah, that was an
look at the people in the courts. Look at the judges.
Yeah, no,
where do they come from? Huh?
I get that. And it's certainly not a for sure thing. But by the same token, like, I don't want to see people like having their fucking vertebrae broken by horses,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I feel
just get swept under the rug.
Just fucking disgusting. But anyway.
Yep. Steve,
Oscar Ultra asked Oscar.
Okay, and I'm the one that everybody's saying is drinking.
those rough frescas are really hitting your head there. Right?
Yeah, they're called dirty frescas.
Dirty frescas, okay.
Oscar is also asking where is neutral, because I said, we have to be careful. I think we're in danger of when we push back of pushing past neutral rather than neutral and negotiate.
For sure. Where's that line? That's the thing.
It's a very interesting question. I think that. Well, for us, I think it's respecting. Actually, Vanya said it very well when we had Vanya from Apex Optics on. Mm-hmm. The rights of my fist end at your face.
Yes.
And I think that's neutral.
Yeah.
However, Oscar's got a great point, because I think for most leftists, I don't think that is neutral.
It isn't. It is not. For most of the left, especially, you get just a hair left of center, left of the left, and they are fucking radical. It's those fucking rotten kids that yell at their fucking parents and shit. Mm-hmm. That's what we're dealing with. No, seriously.
Man, no, seriously. Dude, I have over 150 children in my business. Like I see it every day, and the reality is a lot of parents they bring their kids to my business so that they can have help with that sort of stuff.
So.
Because like society doesn't help them anymore.
So back to this protest. So how many people are going to come out of this radicalized, do you think?
Radicalized?
Mm-hmm.
On the right?
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I'm not sure that this protest really is a right-wing protest. I think that the CBC and our government has tried.
Let's just say in general, like anti-government militias or anything. Do you think that'll form? Are we seeing anything of that come or?
Not in Canada.
No.
Anything's possible, but I don't think so in Canada. The reality is that even on like
what
I like here's the reality. Our right, like Maxime Bernier, would be a moderate in the Republican Party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
I think real Maxime Bernier, leader of the PPC, is playing a role. He's the leader of the PPC. I mean, like Maxime Bernier before he was trying to play a role. You know what I mean?
So this is what I think. I think the on the right side of things, I think there will be a few who get a little bit radicalized, want to pick up arms or whatever the case, you know, like get a little bit wonky,
especially if things get tougher economically.
Well,
but is that radicalized or is that
by today's standards, give it like depending on who you listen to, you know, any further right than anybody is right now is radicalized. Like you can't argue that's how they will be classified, right?
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah.
There are some people that were center left that will come back closer to center. I think there will be a lot of people, the hard lefters, that will go harder, and because they're the fucking people that I fucking told you so.
They're the zealots.
Yeah,
they're the
I want to see some fucking blood. Fuck you guys. See, I fucking told you so.
Well, you're already seeing it on Twitter with
No
Guns in Canada, David Hamer, Alan Drummond, like everybody's celebrating them bringing horses in and beating people and pepper spraying people. And
how fucking gross is that?
There.
It's despicable. It's fucking disgusting. Yeah. And then, you know, and then you
have to read that out loud, Kurt. Sorry, Sean.
Okay, so Russ, you know, there's a comment here. If you don't agree with the left, you are racist, among other things. And that's my interjection, among other things. Racist, woman hater, and terrorist, according to the sock puppet and left wingers. Absolutely. And, you know, Oscar has a great comment here as well. Again, the people who would take up arms realize where that leads to. So fucking
exactly.
Absolutely. Exactly. They have the understanding of how bad that would make it before it ever got better. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, in a previous commenter,
loudmouths on the left have no fucking concept of that. The reason they are so fucking loud, vocal, and out there is because they really don't know the consequences of their fucking their actions.
They don't know the end game.
That same old idea of fuck around and find out. They haven't been slapped in the fucking mouth enough to know that there are consequences to you shooting your fucking mouth off.
It's like Connor. Connor the other day got
your son.
He punched a kid or whatever. Yeah. He's like, that actually hurts, Dad. Well, yeah, there's consequences to your actions.
Yeah.
You know, like people
don't
understand.
Those are the people. They're never going to kill anyone anyway. They're always going to have someone else do it for them. It's because they have the RCMP trampling on people's necks right now with horses. They're not doing
this shit right here.
Yeah, screens.
Because they can fucking hide behind that. Yeah. Remain anonymous for all of this.
I'm looking at it right now.
There is no consequence.
Look at this. On a more serious note, and for safety, it would be important to remove firearms from those who've been arrested and released on bail.
Sure, it would. Yeah.
But this asshole, whoever it is, of course they live behind an anonymous account. Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry for giving this asshole a platform because they're fucking loonies, whoever it is. But you know, like joking, the police aren't moving so slowly today. Well, slowly's the police chief who resigned in Ottawa, making fucking jokes while people are getting their spines operated on.
Stomped. Yeah.
Like fuck you. Like people don't know what's going on here, or they don't have the
small edge of the 2x4.
Anyone but themselves.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Anyone but themselves. It's all about me. It's not about anyone else.
At the risk of bringing everybody down and being a pessimist, this unfortunately is, you know, a similar attitude to what the right has displayed in our past.
100%. I do not disagree.
So how is it that it's cyclical, or is it that the left wingers are just so far behind? I don't know.
What is this shit about living in the fucking past? right?
Well, no, you've got a great point.
The fucking slavery and all that kind of stuff, 400 years of oppression, all that kind of shit. How many of us have ever owned a fucking slave, have ever even spoken a bad word about fucking black people or anything else, right?
Well, here's the reality.
Give me a fucking break.
Here's the reality, dude. I'm the most Aryan-looking person on this show.
Sure you are, you
my
bald-headed
people
son of a bitch.
You forgot the blue eyes. And even my ancestors didn't come to this fucking country until 1912. And the reason they came to this country is because the Russians kicked them out of the Volga region of fucking Russia.
Yeah.
And less than 15 years after my ancestors left, millions of Germans were murdered by the Russians as they took the Volga region back.
Correct.
So my people
only
came
nothing to
here
do with the fucking army.
My people completely missed the boat when it come to the fucking oppression of everybody, and they were escaping oppression themselves, and their family members that stayed ended up murdered in unmarked graves in Russia.
Guilty by
association. I like the whole like, oh, you're a white guy. Okay, cool. 400 years of oppression. Well, 400 years ago, my ancestors were still in Germany, a non-unified Germany, by the way. And,
my ancestors was getting their fucking asses stomped in fucking Scotland. Go fuck yourself.
And 120 years ago,
grow potatoes.
Well, right. Part of my ancestry as well.
Yeah,
we lived through that
at the same
potato
time,
famine and shit.
At the same time, I do have to recognize that as a modern Canadian who is a tall, incredibly handsome, blue-eyed white Canadian,
hallelujah,
I have a lot of advantages, but that doesn't mean that I have to
we have to have
sins of other people's fathers.
Right.
No, exactly. On a more lighter note, I wish we had Stone Cold Steve Austin on the show so that he could be like, I'm a proud what? Canadian, what? I think that'd be hilarious. Anyway.
Austin 316 says Canada just stomped your ass.
We had to get our shit out there, and I'm glad we did, because
apparently we needed to vent for an hour.
An hour and 16 minutes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Hey, how about this? Amen. I want my reparation as a Scotsman from the Crown.
Yeah, no shit,
right, Rob. Yeah. Absolutely, man.
Hey, do we have any Japanese Canadians watching?
Who the fuck is this guy?
They got fucked over.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Hey, I've seen you for a lot of episodes.
Hey, Luke.
Hey, you fucking move.
Gabagoo.
This fucking guy. Didn't want you fucking.
So Luke Godin has not joined us for months. I don't.
Well, the Wi-Fi probably went down to Tim Hortons. That's why.
He said, "You boneheads are on Friday nights now. I need to get back to your podcast, fuckers. You never should have left,
asshole."
My ancestors were making the recipe for Varget.
Varget is a German word for you're a fucking idiot.
Varget in German means I can't find it anywhere.
That's funny.
It's good to see Luke again. Anyways, Luke sends me. I think you guys too. He just sends like random shit on Messenger.
Some of the most grotesque shit I've ever seen come from that fucking boy.
Yeah, I know, right? He's a sick fuck. Anyway, we have to acknowledge this. Wayne Zillick says the last cavalry charge was the Polish during World War II.
There you go. Well, that's why they lost. Anyway, so if Luke Godin would pay attention and follow us on Facebook and checked out the show at facebook.com/FFP podcast, or if he would have left a review or let us know how we're doing, we could have informed him that we've moved from Tuesday nights to Friday nights. And while he was at it, he could have left a like on the page and share the page so that he could have spread the wealth, if you will. He could have also emailed us questions to info@ffpp.ca, whether he needs long-range shooting advice, mental toughness, self-defense coaching, or technical questions, or just another spot to get Wi-Fi. We would have loved to hear from him. So info@ffpp.ca.
Luke is going to be the first person to email us.
Oh, for sure.
I'm calling it right now.
Boys, give me a fucking break.
It's a French thing.
Anyway, so Kurt's putting together a pretty good platform. If he was smart, he'd use ScoutVid.
I probably would.
That highlight video.
Yes.
ScoutVid is an interactive platform for anyone to showcase their talent, For profiles to highlight reels, they put you front and center in whatever world you're in. Specifically, I think this Warren guy specializes in scouting videos for hockey. So if you got kids in hockey and you're putting together a package for the Bantam draft or the WHL or OHL or whatever, he'll put together a smoking deal if you get him the footage. So Skelfit gives you the tools to get noticed. Welcome to the show. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and their website at skelfit.com. And second last, but certainly not least, Doug at March Scopes and Nisa. They've got a smoking deal going on. March Scopes Canada will be announcing their 15th anniversary sale running from March 1st to March 14th. Well, what is the 15th anniversary sale? What is that?
It is a sale.
Or are you asking?
March 1st through 14th. March 1st through March 14th. Get up to 15% off March Scopes during this time. Get a hold of Doug Wright at www.marchscopes.ca or his email at doug@marchscopes.ca. Let us know if you need a demo or a look-see. We'll be in your neighborhood near you.
You can own this.
It almost looks like you're wearing sunglasses right now, Kurt.
15%.
I am the coolest fucking guy on this podcast.
I've decided you need to wear sunglasses for every other episode from here on in.
I'll put on my Oakleys for next Friday.
Yes, 100%. I'm just going to smack your camera with the March Scope.
Got a flash of the reticle. Look at
hey, and you know what else? Yeah, go for it.
I suck.
It's not going to work.
I got it. Okay, I give up.
Shouldn't have bought all that Varget.
Scotty, this could have been yours.
Varget makes my brain hurt.
But the reason they're having their sale, guys, is because they had to cancel their attendance at SHOT Show, amongst others. There were a lot of people who didn't go. But
33% attendance.
So that's why they're doing their 15th anniversary SHOT Show sale on March 1st, running through March 14th. So up to 15%, 15, yes. on a scope that's arguably worth every single goddamn penny.
Holy God!
Oh, easily.
Amazing scopes, absolutely.
Yeah. So check them out, marchscopes.ca, and email Doug at that's DOUG at marchscopes.ca. Unlike Scotty spelling DUG.
Well, that's the way we do it in southern Saskatchewan. Don't judge.
Right. Doug.
Right.
Donkey
and
Doug.
We've also had a lot of input from our friend at the Wizard of Czar, if you will.
Yes.
Yeah. Can we address this comment right now? So Alberta Rob 77 says Vanya is crying right now. First of all,
that's our friend Alberta. That's our friend Rob. Hey, buddy.
It's our friend Rob. Hi, Rob.
Hey, thanks everybody for listening tonight and putting through this shit.
Absolutely. But also, Vanya is not crying right now because Vanya has
Eastern European. Product. He does not actually have tear ducts.
He doesn't have tear ducts. Yes, that is a well-known fact. It's science. You can't refute it. But also, he has a different product than March Scopes does. And,
he does.
There's Vanya right there.
Wow.
Before I finish my thoughts on this, can we take a moment and just appreciate Granny Trampling Day?
Oh, brother.
Can we just appreciate Vanya's name for a moment?
Absolutely.
Vanya.
Look at him.
Vanya.
Look at him.
Vanya. Zoom.
For you listening, Vanya. It's Vanja. Vanja.
Hello. My name is Vanya. Shoot straight, my friend. Shoot straight.
With the tra-la-la.
It's the fucking Vanya wine mixer.
Ooh, that sounds like a great name for a shoot.
The Vanya. Hey,
the Vanya wine.
Yeah, Kurt Drain loved the first annual Vanya wine mixer.
Oh, 100%.
You gotta get a t-shirt made of that. It's the fucking Vanya wine mixer.
It needs a giant banner with Vanya's face superimposed over the guy from the Dos Equis commercials.
Right, yes.
And
the most interesting scope in the world.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, I'll get jerseys made up just of a blow up on his face.
Rob
says blue steel. Fuck yeah.
Blue steel. Vanya. Most interesting man in the world. I don't always shoot out to a kilometer, but when I do.
It's 12 minutes left.
No, he says, now we need to book Prestige worldwide.
That's right.
Anyway, guys, we got to wrap this shit show up. So
I'm so glad that Vanya joined us for that part of it.
I don't want to stop. I got to be honest, boys.
You want to keep going?
Fuck yeah.
There were so many comments that were great tonight that we had to skip over. We just couldn't keep up.
Well, keep going, and I got to go put my kid to bed, but you guys can keep rolling if you want.
Ribstone gunsmithing. Don't forget about Ribstone.
Do we not do that? Oh, yeah.
We
didn't
do
it. No.
I mean, we had about 15 of his comments.
Well, for all your gun plumber needs, including wood refinishing, repairs, and rust bluing to bring the old girl back to life, contact Oscar Long at ribstonegunsmithing.ca. Yes, spelt just like it sounds. He's the Wizard of Czar. He's the Wizard of Czar. Czar, Alberta.
Czar. Oh, I guess there is another way. TSAR instead of CZAR. Hey, imagine if CZ made an AR.
Do you guys know that we fanboyed over Vanya's name, but we didn't actually do Apex's ad read?
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
No,
we did. We did it before.
No, I did.
Yeah, we did.
Did I sleep?
You know what?
Yeah, you're always
the red dye,
and that's why we're in the position we're in this country. It's because everyone's fucking asleep.
I'm trying to listen to both of you admonish me at the same time, but it's not working. No. All I'm getting is wall.
You guys have been talking over me the whole fucking show, so I'm talking.
No. That's true. Okay.
Do you hear something, Chris?
I'm just glad that it's not you and me talking over Rooster for once.
No shit.
Maybe I gotta be
How
like
about
this.
that last episode with Vanya? Like I had like 4 words that entire episode.
Yeah. And I think that like we
and it was like,
you
yeah, right.
Cool.
You guys are awesome.
He said, cool, correct, and Vanya. You say that so much better than I do, Kurt. You got the bass in your voice for it.
Oh, here, Joel's got a question.
Okay.
When's the Canuck Engage review coming out, Christopher?
Hello.
Okay.
Hey, gauntlet down.
That's an excellent question. So the review is pretty much done, and it actually I had it ready to come out at the beginning of January, and then Phil Odell, being the incredibly awesome man that he is, I don't have them on the table.
And incredibly good looking.
Yeah, well. And oh man, so handsome. And he's over 6 foot.
Well over 6 foot.
I don't have them on the table, so I can't show them. But he sent me 2 chokes. He sent me a turkey choke and a slug choke, and I've just been playing around with them and trying to take some footage and just taking my time with the 2 chokes that have nothing to do with the Engage.
I heard you like chokes.
I do like chokes.
Getting choked by Phil.
Oh man, I literally teach jujitsu, so yeah, I love chokes.
Hey, fair enough.
I am into autoerotic. What? No. Anyway,
got good strong doors in your house.
It's going to be coming out soon is the short answer, Joel. The weather has been fucking around here, which has made it a little bit difficult to get up the last bit of footage that I want. And I'm going to be going to Florida from March 4th to 12th, so I can't get that last footage then. But I promise. And last weekend, I probably could have done it, but fucking Kurt had to take me out to his ranch so that I could take video of his scope for his review.
Mm-hmm.
So the excuses keep on coming, and I should have it out by hopefully the 3rd week of March. I expect to have it done. I will tell you this though.
It's right there.
Usually when I'm done a review, I get rid of the shotgun. I don't think I'm going to get rid of the shotgun right away. I think I want to use it in the competition first.
So there's some endorsement.
That's not a solid for sure, but especially after talking to Phil and after using it, he's right. It seems like a good competition shotgun, but I've never done a shotgun competition, so I can neither confirm nor deny. So I kind of want to do a shotgun. It's going to what?
Fuck up your quad loads or dual loads, but
no, but it's not though, because it's like the way that they shaved the trigger guard. Like, man, I don't even know how to quad or dual load, and I just like sling, and I'm just like, it's fucking slick as shit.
Sling.
Yeah,
I quad load all the time.
Yeah,
all the time in my precision rifles.
I quad load that shit in my sleep, yo.
Yeah.
Kevin Federline,
magazine, quad load.
Anyway, guys, it's been an absolute slice tonight. I feel a little better about the state of this country, but
well, kind of.
Can I say that I'm upset that we haven't been trolled
address.
yet?
Here, Russ says all these negative comments in the government. You boys better check to see if you still have money in your accounts. I didn't have money to begin with, so
right. Yeah, no kidding.
I'm a gun owner, Russ.
I believe in investing, and it's lead, copper, and nitroglycerin.
Oh, okay.
Do you know why I'm not interrupting you right now? It's because I'm legitimately checking my bank account right now. Oh no, I'm still good. Yeah, $3.42.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, guys, it's been a slice.
All right.
Are we going to carry on, Rooster, or what's the deal here?
Nah, we're
going to call.
You know what? Put this on air.
I have to monitor my blood pressure. I think. Got to go upstairs and
Discretion is probably the better part of valor. We've probably said enough.
Valor. Who the fuck has valor anymore, man?
I do. God damn it! I have valor.
Well, look at you. Aren't you special?
Not it now, Mr. Frenchman.
You know what? Time for valor is over. We go punch your neighbor.
Go punch your neighbor. Russ says I'm rich. Yeah. Hey, we got a lot of people watching us right now, and we need all of you to hit like or love on whatever platform you are watching on, because it helps feed the algorithm.
It does.
We don't get a lot of natural play. We don't get a lot of girls, a lot of digital girls out there. And your likes and loves give us more digital love. And EM Precision has valors, according to
Curtis Valors. Well played, sirs.
All right, then.
There you go, guys.
Are you really a gun owner if you don't have a coffee can full of cash buried in the backyard?
Coffee can.
We can neither confirm nor deny what he's talking about.
Ammo cans are waterproof, most of them. So yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway. Okay, we got to wrap this shit show up. Thanks, guys. We're live every Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, Saskatchewan, because who likes daylight savings time? So remember, leave a like, share, subscribe, and all that jazz, and we will see you next week.
Okay, hold on. I got our outro. I have our outro.
Where's Yanzi?
I've got it.
Where is Yanzi? Play my FFVP for the outro.
It's an intro.
Pissed off right now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Play it for the outro.
Okay.
Do it.
See you guys.
Bye.